check this out. All right, viewing this from you guys' perspective, your point of view, because people have been saying it's kind of hard to see the cards sometimes. I see the glare. I do see that as a problem. I've been trying different angles. The glare is just not going away, and it's really there's no glare in there. It's because of the kind of sleeve this is. That's why the light is reflecting off of it that way. But I'm trying to get a better quality camera. I just I don't have the money for that right now. But I hope this is a better angle for you guys and a better setup. Hopefully, you know. If it's not, I'll try again. But this is what I have, and I don't have anything better. So what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. Today I'm coming at you guys with a really, really crazy homemade original deck idea. So I've been on a pretty much an Infernoid binge. In addition to all the decks I've been playing, I've been trying to break Infernoids as much as I possibly can. You guys, if you've been following my channel, you see that I've made an Infernoid deck that pretty much is built to break any board, no matter how many negates, how many interruptions, what kind of board it is, set 5 pass, 7 negates, 8 negates, anything. Like, this deck's built to beat it all. What I did was test it in real life and online and do test hands and figure out combos and intricacies with it. Kind of clean it up, you know, a little bit, take out some of the more situational cards, make it more consistent. I've been testing this deck for going on a month, and it's been doing really well. It's Infernoid, Spyral, Sky Striker, Orcust. It's a 60-card build. It's built to break any kind of board. It's really bonkers, you guys. This deck surprised me. It's also neat, I mind you, if you don't want to take my word for it, even though, like, I'm not going to sit here and make crap up for my own decks because I know how to make these decks right. It's on a winning streak against my Zephyr Orcust. And my Zephyr Orcust, if you guys have never seen that deck in action or played against it, then you have no idea. That speaks like ridiculously high volumes. Because my Zephyr Orcust put up better boards than pure Pendulum can put up, bro. This deck is really the truth, bro. I like this deck a lot. This is so good that this is one of the decks I'm playing competitively this format. I have put some of my best staples into this deck. So, before I start the profile, I do want to say, because it goes in tandem with like why I don't have like a good camera right now. So if you guys do not know, I have a Patreon and a PayPal, and I would like to ask in a friendly way, not begging or telling you have to or forcefully imposing, kind of just in a subtle way, would you mind donating to support the cause? If not, I totally understand. 10 cents, 30 cents, 20 cents, a dollar, 50 cents, a penny, you know, anything helps. Imagine getting a penny from 12,000 subscribers. Do you imagine what I can do with that? Like, this channel wouldn't even be the same anymore. You get what I'm saying? But again, you don't have to donate, and I'm not trying to pressure you, because whether you donate or not, I'm going to keep doing this. Have I not done this for 3 years, and I've never ever went on one of my profiles saying, hey, I have a Patreon and PayPal, but I decided maybe the reason why I've been doing so poorly in donations is because I don't notify people that I have it. Not everybody reads the description. So that's another thing that factored. I took that consideration. So now, from henceforth, I'm going to make sure I remind myself to do this in every video. I'm not going to do the smash that like button, comment, subscribe. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I just get straight to the point for the most part. I know what you guys are here for, and I'm going to give it to you. So let's get into this deck profile, baby. Alright, so you're going to see some wild off-the-wall cards. A lot of them. At least 20. Wild off-the-wall cards that are going to have you say, this doesn't work, nope, I have something to ask you. Remember what I say in almost all my profiles. Approach it with an open mindset. You can't be skeptical about things that you've never tried before, even though I understand why you'd be skeptical, but don't knock it till you try it. So you can't say something's bad if you've never played it, right? You don't know if a refrigerator is on or off until you open it. You don't know if a door is locked until you try to open it. So you don't know if a deck works until you play it in real life. So you can't say it sucks because you've never played it. So unless you've played this list, which I'm pretty sure nobody in the universe has played this list, you won't know until it's good. So I want you guys to approach this with an open mindset. This is a really good deck. It's built to do everything, bro. It breaks every board no matter what. I'll show you guys the proof. I've already done duels in real life and online. So let's start off with my list. So we're playing Infernoids. I play a very small Infernoid lineup. This Infernoid lineup is so small, it's almost going to offend people just by seeing it. I ask, please try not to get offended by a man playing his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Please just try to stay positive, and constructive criticism is appreciated, but bashfully imposing your opinion in a forceful and very, very rude way is not appreciated, because I'm respectful, I give respect, I expect it back. 1 Antra, 1 Saitimus, 1 Mama, and 1 Daddy. I only play 7 Infernoids, bro. I've been testing this list for a month. The Infernoids actually started at like 9, then it went down to 8, then it went down to 7. I was realizing more and more, like, I just hate drawing these cards. I don't like them. Not in this list. In a pure Infernoid list, I totally understand. You want more names. You don't want to run out of fuel for your grind game. You want to have valid targets to banish to summon them. I know every question you're going to ask and why you're going to drop the comment of 3 stacks, you should play more because of this. You should play Infernoids because of this. Like, bro, I know what I'm doing with this deck. I have a game plan, and it has been working out well. And I don't say I know what I'm doing to say I know everything. I'm not an all-knowing oracle. But regarding the deck that I built, of course I know what I'm doing because I built it. It's my deck. So we're going to go ahead and get into the spirals. I played 3 super agents. And I also played 3 copies of Tough. And if you guys are curious why I chose Entra out of any other lower level Infernoids, because he can interact with back rows or monsters, which means I'm less susceptible to like a situation where it's like, oh wow, I played Striker, that's a bad matchup. No, like this is another reason why this deck's so good against any other deck, because you can break boards with back rows or monsters. Tough Agent, this is taking us back a couple formats, right? This is Tough Agent going second spirals, baby. So Tough Agent is here to assist you in breaking Sky Striker boards. Because this deck, you can't Super Poly or Mystic Mine a Sky Striker player. It doesn't work like that. You can't Super Poly or Mystic Mine them. You can't Gingerbread that house. Yes, I play Gingerbread house. It's not really smart to Afterburner them. There's a lot of board breaking cards you can't use against them. But you can use Tough and Agent against them. You can use Pankratops. So Phantasme, Pankratops, Tough, Agent, Gamma, cards like that, I play it all, keeping in mind that there's a certain matchup that I might be one of my worst matchups. And my worst matchups that I had, I implemented so many cards in this deck just to help me out in that matchup so that I wouldn't be like, oh, this deck's only good against combo. This deck is good against everything. This deck's worst matchup is the die roll. Somebody makes me go first, it struggles because it's built for going second. Everything about it's going second. Tough Agent, baby. Pop, pop, summon double helix. Summon another Tough. I'm not playing Sleeper. No more bricks. There's too many Garnets already. Summon another Tough. Pop another card, link it to a Service, or Phoenix, pop another card, link it to a Mermaid, Orcust combo, Lungirsu, Send, Dingirsu, Send. You cleared how many cards? That's insane. You cleared that many cards off of Tough and Agent. It's broken. You can break an entire Set 5 pass board, an entire Sky Striker board, an entire Salmon Grave board. Danger Thunder, it's really, really easy if you just bait the Sphere. You don't have to pop Colossus. You can actually just send it off long or ding. You just have to bait the Sphere. Playing through 1 Hot Red is nothing. This deck's easiest combo matchup is Danger Thunder. It's the preferred. I love playing against that deck. It's so easy. Pendulum is the only challenging combo deck. This deck can body, and I mean put in a coffin. Like this deck bodies anything else. Against Pendulums, you got to open up really good. But I will say, like I said, this deck is on a winning streak against my Zephyrs. So that's actions speak louder than words right there. Tough Agent. Really good, very versatile, not a bad matchup. As long as they can be targeted, you can get rid of them. Hand trap of choice was Gamma. I do play Phantasme. I don't consider him a hand trap, contrary to what people believe. I think that he's more or less like Pankratops, if that's the category I put him in. So the reactive hand trap of choice was Gamma. Not just because it can't be called by the grave, but because it removes the threat from the field. And when I'm going second, because again, this deck is built to be combo deck specifically, and I put in other cards to interact with back rows so that I wouldn't have a bad matchup. But when you're going second against him and you're resolving cards like, for example, I've done it like where I go Pankratops, swing, sphere, bounce. Okay, chain Pankratops, target, pop, negate, reveal Gamma to negate that. Negate the Gamma, activate evenly at the end of battle phase. We just broke the whole Pendulum board. Like, the Gamma is better when you hold it in your hand is really what I'm getting at. It sucks when you open Phantasme. That's when it's like, okay, when you have Phantasme Gamma, you just Gamma them first and then Phantasme after. When you reveal Phantasme, you have to reveal it. You still control no monsters. Like, so you can reveal Phantasme, you know, but it's like you have to do it like this. Like, you have to Gamma first. So that you have to negate and destroy something. And then when they link summon, you have to go Phantasme. Because you can't go reveal Phantasme, chain Gamma, because Gamma has to directly negate. So if you reveal Phantasme in response to like an effect, you can't chain Gamma. So it's kind of kooky. So that's the one thing where it conflicts. But also, you can just play Cypher and Landa, and you can just summon this from hand. But I really like Gamma in this list. Because like there are times when you just do it that way. You're like, okay, Pankratops, and then let's go Mystic Mine. Okay, you negate that. Okay, Activate Imagination. That's a card you don't want them negating. Chain to negate Imagination, chain Gamma, GG no re. Let's go. Like, it's so good, you guys. Going second, keeping it in your hand. Oftentimes I do that. If not, Gamma Electrum. You know, Gamma LP. Just, it depends. Gamma Mermaid. It's such a good card, you guys. It ends turns sometimes. And then we have 3 copies of Phantasme. So I play the 3 Orcust, the 1 Driver, and the 1 Mare, and also the Mama and Daddy. So I play about 8 cards that I prefer not to draw, even though it's a 60-card deck. If I draw any one of those, I'd like to put them back off Phantasme. But they are high risk, high rewards. High brick? No. High risk, high reward cards. There's a risk involved, but the reward is so much more gratifying and beneficial that it's worth the risk that you take by playing those. Some cards come with bricks like Gamma, but they are so high ceiling that it's worth it. Gamma is by far, in my personal opinion, the definition of the perfect hand trap. And then we also played 3 Pankratops. The thing with Pankratops, similar to Phantasme and Tough and Agent, is there's not really like a bad matchup for the card unless they just set 5 and pass, literally. We'll just evenly match them. We'll just do that. Destrudo Mermer is a similar thing with Pankratops and Tough and Agent. I like the versatile cards that are not like, oh, this is only good against combo. Destrudo Mermer is good against anything in the planet. As long as you can pop a card with Yazi, you can go off with Mermer and you can kill them. Because Mermer leads into the Orcust combo and Borosaur, so it just gets really out of control, resolving one Destrudo on Yazi. So it's good against Striker, Salad, Orcust, anything. Anything in the planet, it's good. Destrudo Mermer is insane. You're playing the Danger Thunder matchup, you bait out their Sphere, you're going to break their entire board with just a Destrudo if you just bait out the Sphere. Like, they summon Sloth, okay, just kill the Sloth. Main phase 2, you don't even have to OTK them. Break their entire board with just Yazi. Destrudo Mermer is so good, I would never not play it in this deck. It is way too high ceiling. It gives me that much more of a competitive edge. Normal Tough, effect. Chain Widow Anchor? Alright, that's fine. You didn't take it? Okay, Destrudo then. Like, Destrudo's really nice, you guys. The Mermer, it's a brick. Sometimes you just tribute summon for it because it's so good. Orcusts. I played one of each. Why do you play Orcust? Because Orcust raised my ceiling going second, where there's so many interactions where I have just leftover monsters as I'm pushing, and I'm like, okay, like one Nightmare Service or Phoenix is not enough. There's a couple more things that I need to pop. It's like, I've been in that situation playing my Zephyrs, where I'm like, I baited the negations, but he still has, the Vortex is still up. The Vortex uses effect to negate, but it's still there. I need to bait the negations and kill those cards, otherwise I'm going to have to play through the negates again next turn. Orcus are really good for that interaction and for so many other different reasons. So yes, I play them. And before you try to like bash my deck saying it doesn't work, consider the fact that I don't really like playing bad decks. I don't like playing bad decks. So why on earth would I play a bad deck? So is this a bad deck? No. I tested it myself. I built it myself. There was no like idea or net decking involved with this. This was like, I just wanted to play Spyrals. I really wanted to play Infernoids. I was like, why not play them together? Then most people thinking like, oh, well, it wouldn't work. Well, I don't like the it doesn't work mindset. No doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Can't is like, what does can't mean? What does that mean? So continue with the spells. Anything's possible. Even for you. You're not, it's not like, oh, only 3 stacks to build a good deck. Everybody's capable. We have amazing and powerful brains, man. I'm telling you. 3 left arms. 3 Symbol of Friendship. I'll get there. I'll explain because this is going to throw people off. This is part of the other part of the deck that I warned you in the beginning. I warned you. You're going to judge me, be skeptical. You're going to drop a Keyboard Warriors in the comments right now. No, bro. Draw Fate is too situational. Don't play it. No, bro. Symbol of Friendship doesn't work. I would never play a bad card or a bad deck, ever, bro. I test it first before I do a profile. I don't just read it and be like, oh, okay, so we can do it. All right, I'm putting it in my deck. No, because this is actually a regional / YCS ready list. Like, there is nothing in this deck that I would change if I was taking this to YCS. This deck is already built and ready for YCSs, regionals, nationals. This deck's ready. There's nothing I would change except when Nibirisu and Primal Being comes out, I might just play that card because it's really nice. I just need Engages and Widowmakers. So what does Draw Fate and Symbol of Friendship and Left Arm do? So essentially, these are 3, 6, 8 extra copies of Void Imagination. So how many Imaginations do I play? I main deck 14 copies of Imagination. 3 stacks. This is situational. You have to control no cards. Your opponent has to control more monsters. I'm going second, bro. I'm not gonna control cards unless I have a Phantasme. If I'm playing combo, they're gonna have monsters, bro. Draw Fate, Destrudo. Like, bro, you can set yourself up for these cards. If you don't like them, then just don't play them. But you can't tell me what I can and can't play because I'm gonna play them regardless. So if you don't like them, don't play them. But again, I don't recommend that you carbon copy net deck this deck anyways, because this is it's a high learning curve, and there's so much going on with the deck that it's very confusing. So again, that's why I've been practicing it for so long. So we have all these ways to get Imagination. Now, outside of searching Imagination, obviously these can actually search any card in the game. You can stack 3, draw. So that means you can stack any 3 cards, which basically means add any card from your deck to your hand. Add any card from your deck to your hand. Add any spell from your deck to your hand. But because this adds any card from your deck to your hand, left arm basically says add any card from your deck to your hand in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Symbol more. It's easier to resolve. That's why I play 2 draw and 3 Symbol. It's easier to resolve. You're more likely to do it. Even against Salamagrates, they control 3 monsters. So guess what? Unless you're playing like a rogue deck or striker, It's so easy to have to set up. All you have to do is just draw it for your normal draw phase while your opponent controls 3 or more monsters and you control no cards. That's the stipulation. So, basically, if you're going second, you can resolve this. That's the gist of it. If you don't like it, don't play it, but I love the card, and I would never cut it. They also search out cards like Mystic Mine, Super Poly, Gingerbread House, Afterburners. I can search Engage, anything I want. There's a stipulation with Draw Fate. That's why I play that too, because you can only resolve one more card effect for the rest of that. But if you resolve Imagination, you set yourself up. You don't have to resolve Tierra's effect or any Infernoid monster's effect, but you set yourself up so that you have follow-up. So this card is like kind of, you want to save it for one of the last cards you play. So if you bait the negates, you can get yourself a good enough card. Like sometimes you just be like, okay, I attack for like 100 damage over or something, and then I have to bait the negates. So I threw 5 cards out of the way. The last card in my hand is Draw Fate. You know, like stuff like that. I'm sorry, not Draw Fate, but that's that situation where your opponent basically is like way ahead of you. You resolve the Strudel, your life points are lower. They still have the biggest monster. That's where you do it. My apologies where I was explaining it. I was thinking more or less about another card that I don't play anymore. But how you resolve Draw Fate is actually when you have less life points than your opponent and they have the highest attack monster. So a Draw Fate, like I said, it's one of the last cards you want to play. There was another card I was thinking about for getting Mystic Mine, because there's one other card that gets Mystic Mine. But what you want to do is use this to search Void Imagination specifically. And when you're searching for Mystic Mine, you want to search for Symbol. Because the thing with this is you have to have lower life points, which means you're losing already. So if you drop a Mystic Mine, you didn't stalemate, you actually lost, because now it's going to be hard for you to do damage. Unless you have a situation where your opponent has like a bunch of giant monsters and you have just like one Pankratops, you can just play Beatdown that way. And you can keep the Mystic Mine and you'll still win. But other than that, sometimes you just want to search Super Poly from this. You know, it searches any card in the game. So I took a lot of time to explain those cards because they're going to get the most controversial, biased, and, you know, probably heinous, hateful comments and opinionated, you know, references. So continuing on with the deck, left arm is really nice in this deck, by the way. It's so nice to just be able to search out anything I need. It's really good. We played 3 copies of Mystic Mine. I know it's cheesy, I know it's not fair, but think about it. This deck's built to beat the unfair decks. You fight cheese with cheese. They're playing unfair. Why should I play fair if they don't want to be fair? This is one of my favorite spells in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. Gingerbread House is so nice. Dude, I've been testing this against like all of my decks. Like I like to play this deck against all my good decks that I play competitive to see how good this deck does. This deck does so good against all of them. It doesn't struggle. It doesn't have awkward situations where it's like oh my gosh, it's losing. Like it just plays so well. Gingerbread House is a consistent board wipe. Every single one of your opponent's standby phases, as long as those monsters have the attack statistics that match and correlate with this card's effect and text, you just nuke their field. Every standby, Raigeki, 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 Raigeki. It's good against combo. It doesn't kill Colossus. So what? It kills everything else. It doesn't kill Endymion. So what? It kills everything else. Everything but Endymion. Okay, I don't mind. Keep the Endymion. Everything but Colossus, I don't care. It kills everything else. They're going to say, well, like, I already know you guys are going to say that. Like, I understand. Oh, Bellink, they can banish Bellinks. Bro, I know how to read cards. I know Bellinks does. This card is just still that good. It's worth playing, bro. Like, try Gingerbread House. Don't knock it till you try it. 3 Super Polys as well. This is just really, it gives you a higher edge in the Pendulum matchup. Like, if you're playing a Pendulum player, even like Triff, for example, like if you put up like a Triff gaming board, right? If you have a card like Super Poly and Pankratops, you're basically going to, with Super Poly and Pankratops, you're going to bait 5 negations. 5 negations. Because he doesn't put Dingirisu on his field. 5 negations. Super Poly, take away 2. Dragosepilia, attack over 1, effect, chain, negate the other one. That's 4 interruptions. Even if they chain the sphere to bounce the Dragosepilia on attack decoration, chain Draco, target, negate. 4 interruptions already baited out. But you have a Pankratops now. So if Pankratops doesn't get bounced by sphere, you're playing through 6 interruptions with the Super Poly and Pankratops. Because then Pankratops can attack over Jackal, tribute itself, pop the Don Dragster. Super Poly Pankratops bodies Pendulums. Absolutely bodies them. It's that easy. It's that easy. Literally, it's that easy. So good. So good, you guys. And then we have 3 copies of Afterburners. I chose this over Twin Twisters because it can interact with back rows and floodgates, and I can still clear threats. Like, I love when they just drop Appaloosa, and I'm just like, Afterburner. Like, playing on Dueling Nexus, they're like, Appaloosa, Afterburner. It's such a good card, dude. I played at 3. It's not one to return. It doesn't clog. Also, a cool interaction with Super Poly is when you're playing a deck that doesn't, you make Draco, when you resolve Void Imagination to have Tierra up there, you can actually Super Poly your Tierra and one of their dark monsters into a Draco Stapelia. that gives you a negation as a follow-up in case, you know, your board wasn't that viable and you couldn't kill them that turn. You'll put up Draco, and then you can summon an Inferno from grave, because if you look at Draco's level, it's not like it's 9. 8 or lower, you can always summon your Noids. You can summon out like a Nunku or Deviati, so that way you have Draco and a Nunku or Deviati. So you have 2 negations after you've broken their board, which means you're stopping their follow-ups. I also played 1 copy of Resort, 1 set rotation, and also because I don't like set 5 pass decks, and I want to blow Sky Shirkers out, and I want a free True Draco matchup, I want it to be free, I main deck 3 evenly matched. I know this card's not popular, and it's not being seen played in side decks or anything like that. Not that it's not, it's just very low. Like, it just, the percentage, the conversion rate on the card, it's like, people just started deviating from it. Like, it's not like it's bad. Evenly's always been a great card. But because people say this, you're going to hear Evenly's bad because they're always going to negate it. Well, then don't play it first. Bait the negations out first and then Evenly. What do you mean? Pot of Desires is bad because they're always going to negate it. Play your cards right, and you won't be, it won't get negated. I like this also because in tandem with Tough, Agent, Destrudo, Mare, Pankratops, Phantasmes, and also the Afterburners, this is another card that helps me playing against back rows. So again, my deck's equipped to beat everything. I also love that this is so free against Danger Thunder. Their only way that they can stop this is with Hot Red. If my deck can't bait a Hot Red, I don't even want to play it. And of course I can bait a Hot Red. I can bait 5 negates because I draw cards where every card in my hand is playable and every card's good enough that it has to be negated. Otherwise it starts killing cards. So Evenly's good. Set 5, okay, Sky Striker, multi-roll back all your stuff. In just Evenly. Keep your Link Monster, that's fine. You kept your Kagari, your Shizuku, Void Imagination in main phase 2. You Ash, Gamma, GG no Re. Come on now. This deck is so good, you guys. So good. Like, I'm talking about, like, this deck is broken. And what really makes it so much more fun and enjoyable to me is this is not a structure deck that Konami made for me. This is not an archetype that already resisted. This is a bunch of archetypes that are all very, very under the radar, very underappreciated. I took them and put them in a deck that can be considered tier 1 because it beats tier 1 and tier 0 decks. And I also enjoy it more because it's homemade. It's homemade, so no one can say I got it from anywhere. For side deck, we side deck 3 Void Feast. We side deck 3 Artifact Sanctums. 3 Summon Limits. I don't have Trap Tricks. If I had them, I'd play them. 3 Liliths. And 1 extra Mommy, 1 extra Daddy. And the Scythe for the Sanctum. I like these cards specifically. Sanctum, Void Feast, and Summon Limit can end turns. Summon Limit and Sanctum specifically can end turns. Because my deck's so good at going second, I needed 15 cards for going first because when I lose a dice roll or when I win and we go into game 2 or 3, they see how good this deck is going second. They won't want me to go second because this deck is scary. I'm not making it up or capping. This deck is scary. It's very, very scary. Play against this in real life. It'll make you piss your pants. So we play Mama and Daddy. The reason being is because once you resolve 1 Void Feast, you get to dump both of these, right? So what happens? Your Void Imagination is dead. No, I want to resolve Feast and have an Imagination as a follow-up just in case I need it. So you need an extra copy of both of these. Even if you draw them, Void Imagination can fuse from hand, and you can dump the ones from deck off of your Feast play summoning Decatrons. The thing is, with the Feast, is I'm trying to figure out how I can get 1 extra slot in my side deck so I can put in Infernoid Jet. Infernoid Jet, so that way I can do the play where you summon Jet double Decatron. Somebody's going to drop that in the comment, but if you wait until the end of the profile, you'll see that I already said that. Because somebody's going to comment saying, why aren't you playing Infernoid Jet? And I just said that already. And I'm still trying to figure out how. I was thinking maybe I can just cut one of my summon limits or something like that, and I can just put in the Infernoid Jet. Or I was also considering just main decking the Infernoid Jet so I can do the Void Feast play. But what I'm doing now is I'm doing the Feast play where you can basically go a Decatron and Saitamis, and then you use Decatron to dump a Mama or a Daddy of your choice. So yeah. It's still really nice though. Void Feast is still nice, but definitely before I take this to a YCS or regional, I'm going to find a way to get space for Infernoid Jet so I can get max value out of Feast. Now we're going to go ahead into... How far in we? Okay, cool. Cool. You guys want to see test hands? There's already test hands on my channel. You guys want to see duels? I already done duels in Dueling Nexus and in real life. You guys want to see more content? I'll keep it coming. Just be patient. So extra deck, we want 1 grandma. She's the grandma / the auntie. The mama and the daddy ain't got nothing on her. They got nothing on her at all. She's their mama. And then we play 3 let's get it. And then super poly targets. I can play more. I know you're gonna say, where's your Salamangreat, blah 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 blah. Where's your Mud Dragon? These are the super poly targets of choice. Let's go for Link Karibo, Mermaid, Cerebus,
Phoenix, Double Helix. Now, you guys want to know something cool about the Double Helix play? Resolving one Double Helix actually allows you potentially to get all of these out. All of them. You can actually resolve all of these off of one Double Helix play. Like, if you don't have an extender when you do the Double Helix play, you basically get a Nightmare of your choice, you go into Mermaid, then you go into your Orcust play. You're not setting a crescendo, you're not setting any back row at all. You go into Galatea just so that you can summon Long. You make sure you have 3 banished Orcust, so you can use Long to shuffle 2 to send a Link monster on the field to the grave. And you can summon him in the extra monster zone so that he points to whatever you need to. You can put him wherever you want, send that away, and then you summon Dingears to send another card. So the Orcust are actually here to help you break boards even further, and to provide spot removal that doesn't target or destroy. And then the Link Rebuild is part of your Yazi play when you go into Destroy Memory and Borosword because it's really nice. And it's easy to make. Really easy to make. We got Ding and Yazi. That's pretty much it. I guess I'll do one test hand. Just one. I was really scared that this deck would get so much controversy because it looks like it doesn't work. I know that it looks like it doesn't work. Like, trust me, bro. Like, I try to put myself in you guys' shoes and think the way you think. That's why I say so many things that I was saying, like, in the profiles. Like, I know that you're thinking this. You're probably going to drop a comment wondering why. I'm trying to put myself in you guys' shoes and kind of relate to you. So understanding your mindset and, like, why you might think this doesn't work, why you might be skeptical, why you might not believe. But proof is in the pudding, right? So let's see. Let's get a really quick test hand. I'm going to turn this fan up real quick. This is kind of hot. You guys are going to hear the fan. Maybe you might hear the fan, maybe not. Oh, that feels great. Alright, so let's do this test hand. Ooh, whoops. And I can't do combo tutorials because that's just not fair. Because honestly, what is Super Poly plus Pankratops? I mean, it's a combo, but it's like, realistically, like, come on, bro. Like, it's just any combination of cards breaks boards for this deck. You just draw cards and you win, really. Like, you don't have to draw anything specific. I mean, Super Poly Pankratops is an example of cards that synergize, like Imagination Gamma, other cards like that. Like, basically, everything synergizes with each other. You know what I'm saying? Everything synergizes with each other. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this test hand so you guys can see something really cool. So what I like to do with my test hands is I put myself in the worst scenario. So you're not always going to be able to break the entire Pendulum board, but you should be able to get far. So let's say that we're playing against like Magician, Zephyra, and Endymion list. Or let's say like we're playing against... Yeah, that's fair. Or what's the more popular one? I don't know what's the more popular one. Like, I don't know. But let's just say like they have like 5 negates. Can we bait 5 negates? Let's see if we can bait 5 negates. 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer to the question, 3 stacks, can we bait 5 negates? Yes, we can actually break the whole board. Is this a sacky hand? 3 stacks, you sack. How? This is at 3, this is at 3, this is at 3, this is at 3, this is at 3. And that's at 3. But we drew it for turn. So is this a luck sack hand? No, there's nothing lucky about this hand. We drew 3 ofs. Do the probability, statistics, do the math. Realistically, you're going to see these cards. That's what this deck's built to do. So if we're playing Pendulums, the obvious thing we can start off with, well, like what I would do is I would just literally go Afterburners to bait 1 negate. Or actually, we could just do this. We could go Super Poly, pitch the Dead Phantasme that I didn't want to draw. You're playing Pendulum, so you're going to fuse... Depending on what they have. If they have Endymion, I go for Endymion Vortex. If they have Savage instead of Endymion, or if they have both, I'll just take care of the Endymion and leave the Savage. So let's say they have Endymion Vortex. We'll clear both Endymion and Vortex. So that's 2 of the 5 negates. What do they have? Like Jackal King, Don Draxter, Borlo Savage, and then the Heretic Seal. Or like, wait, that's too many. No, that's the 3 extra negates, plus the Heretic Seal is a bounce. That's not a negate. I don't know why everybody calls Heretic a negate. A bounce is not a negate. So they'll have the 3 more negates in the Heretic Seal bounce. So the next thing we'll do, if they preemptively shotgun the Heretic Seal, that's kind of not good. You want to wait till somebody goes to battle phase. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and activate Afterburners. And we'll target the most threatening thing, which would be, not the Heretic Seal. Let's say, like, we'll target the Borlo Savage Dragon, if they have it. I'm just putting them in the best case scenario. And also, this is realistic because they have to negate it, right or wrong. So they'll probably use Don Draxter to negate it. Someone can be in the comments saying, well, what if they don't negate that? If they don't, it gets destroyed. It doesn't make sense. So, of course, they have to negate it. So that's another negate. So you've burned through 3 negates already. You've already burned through 3 negates. Literally. Now we can go reveal Super Agent. Call something. Guess it right or wrong. It doesn't matter. A matter of fact, don't reveal Super Agent. Then we can go normal summon Decatron. Decatron effect. Do they negate it? Chain Dracosupillia to negate. You're breaking the pendulum board. It doesn't matter. It's getting broken, bro. I'm telling you. You can even go into the Orcust combo, and then if you can vacate your extra monster zone, you can still resolve Imagination. I don't even want to play this hand, though. I already know it's breaking the pendulum board regardless, but just for the sake of the test hand, we're going to dump Entra. If they negate the Decatron, you can chain Draco to negate their negator. I'm telling you. And Entra, let's see. Can he still attack after you do that? It's per turn. Of course he can. He has 0 attack. So we can use Decatron potentially. So like no matter what, even if they just negate all these, let's say they just die for some reason, magically, mysteriously, after you've baited out 3 negates, they have 2 more negates left with the spear. You're going to bait the final 2 negates, and the spear is all that's left, so you could be like, okay, let's just say like they sphere, you chain, negate, negate, everything just dies. Everything just dies. Like, bro, you still win. It's sick. Like this, it's so lit, bro. Like, I'm telling you, you already broke the, like, I don't even want to play through because I know that that's breaking the pendulum board 1000%. Like, that, we could go into Orcust. There were so many options, bro. There were so many options for that hand. That hand was gas. I'm not doing another test hand just before the video. I'm going to draw one more hand to show you guys how consistently you draw good cards. So let's see. Left arm, Anunku. That's okay. That's a break. It's fine. Mystic Mine, Pankratops, draw Fate. And then top deck Super Poly. Okay, so there you guys have it. Let's go! God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for future content. Don't knock it till you try, baby. Peace out.